The last part we didn't hear.
I think being mixed race is the ultimate human. I think being hybrid is the best possible existence. If you're white and you're not a white supremacist, then you're, and if you're black and you're not a black supremacist, then you're. I believe being mixed race is the perfect possible way to be. I love being a walker. I'm black in jail. I'm white in court. I can do whatever I need to do. It's great. I don't see why you'd be anything else. And when the tweet I made was saying race is super real and that white supremacists are right, they're being replaced, and that their life is going to become very difficult, they are. That's completely true. I also believe that cultures are real, and I also believe that cultures derive actions and they derive certain habits from people. I believe that there's a culture in Congo which is different than the culture in the West. So you can sit and say white people act a certain way, black people act a certain way, or you can out and say it's cultural, but that's the reality of it. And I also do believe, I'll tell you right now, I'll say it, we're better athletes. Just the truth. Look at the NFL, look at the NBA. We're better athletes. White people are more organized. Bro, take it from me. It's the reality of the game. I live with white and black people in my house. Half my family's black, half my family's white. I'm not saying one's better than the other. What's better depends on the scenario. You can't say if you're white, you should be saying white people are the best. If you're black, you should be saying black people are the best. But for me, I'm just sitting there saying, well, it depends on the scenario. If I'm in the Sahara, or if I'm going to have a street fight, or if I'm in the desert or whatever, then I want to have all my black friends with me. If I have to go through my legal paperwork, I want my white friends with me. My black guys are like, this is long. Just tell the judge, just go jail, bro. Like, so there's different attitudes towards things. My tweet was pretty clear, I thought. My tweet was that white supremacists are right. They have a huge problem in their nations. Pretending you don't is the surest path to destruction. And white people pretending they don't are the biggest traitors of all, which is what I tweeted. That the white man's problem is not the black man as much as it is the treasonous cowards on their side. They're being betrayed by their fellow man, and mostly they're betrayed by their women. The white women are betraying the race completely. Take it from me, because they don't give a. They don't give a.
Where we
so the white women are betraying the race.
You said white supremacists are totally right. I think they're wrong about outsourcing the blame on a lot of people. The blame will be about the Zionists, will be about the Jews, will be about the blacks that are coming in. I think there needs to be more self-accountability from white people, especially the ones that want re-immigration and all these things, to say, well, why is the birth rate declining? Is it because everything else is outsourced? Or do we need to blame ourselves for these problems?
I don't think it's wrong to blame. You have to place the blame, because the problem is we are being told by outsiders that we're being disarmed by these things. And I don't know if it's even necessarily blame. Like when I look at immigration, you can understand why desperate people want to come to America and Europe. Of course they want to come here. We have better stuff. They don't like the Constitution. They don't like America. They don't like liberalism. They like welfare. They want housing. They want health care. And you get it. But there is clearly a reason why they're coming in. And it is true that white people are a big part of it, but there is also an active subversion. And like the first political act is to decide who's on your team and who's not on your team. And if we could say that the immigrants are not on our team because they want to come here and we don't want them here. And if you could say that the liberal white people aren't on our team because they're letting them in, you could also say that there's subversive elements like the Zionists or like liberal Jews, like Soros and others, that are poisoning the well, poisoning the culture, bringing in the immigrants. And it's really more about identification. But I do agree, there is a spiritual crisis. It does derive from, like Andrew said, white people are afraid of their own shadow. We're afraid of ourselves. We're afraid to say white supremacy because whites did dominate the globe for 500 years and did subordinate all the people and oppress all the people. And now we're sort of it's like Andrew said, taking the back seat and saying, yeah, come on in, let it all happen. And so to the extent that we have to blame ourselves, we need to have a spiritual revival to say, white people can be active too. White people are going to be bossed around by women. They're not going to be told they're by minorities. They're not going to be with these guilt trips, museums and this and that. And I think that's why it's better to say white supremacy, even if it's not technically, I don't think people are inherently better or worse, but it's like, yeah, we're the yeah, we run. We went to the moon. We built everything. We created the world. White people are afraid to say that because it might offend the other. But the other's not afraid of offending us. They don't give a shit. And it's going to be South Africa, like Andrew said. If it's bad now, if there's grievance and resentment-based politics against whites now, what'll it look like when we're in the minority and they're running the government, they're running the institutions? They're going to take our shit. They're going to realize they messed up, and they're going to try and bring us back. That's what happened in Zimbabwe.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's exactly what's going to happen.